Welcome back to the channel Know the Depth. About the education details of B.R. Ambedkar. In 1897, Ambedkar's family moved to Mumbai, where Ambedkar became the only untouchable enrolled at Elphinstone High School. In 1906, when he was about 15 years old, he married a 9-year-old girl, Ramabai. The match was arranged by the couple's parents, in accordance with prevailing custom at that time. In 1907, he passed his matriculation examination, and in the following year he entered Elphinstone College, which was affiliated to the University of Bombay, becoming, according to him, the first from his Mahar caste to do so. When he passed his English 4th standard examinations, the people of his community wanted to celebrate because they considered that he had reached great heights, which he says was hardly an occasion compared to the state of education in other communities. A public ceremony was evoked, to celebrate his success, by the community, and it was at this occasion that he was presented with a biography of the Buddha by Dada Kaluskar, the author and a family friend. By 1912, he obtained his degree in economics and political science from Bombay University, and prepared to take up employment with the Baroda state government. His wife had just moved his young family and started work when he had to quickly return to Mumbai to see his ailing father, who died on February 2, 1913. In 1913, at the age of 22, Ambedkar was awarded a Baroda state scholarship of £11.50 per month for 3 years under a scheme established by Sayajirao Gaikwad III, Gaikwad of Baroda, that was designed to provide opportunities for postgraduate education at Columbia University in New York City. Soon after arriving there he settled in rooms at Livingston Hall with Naval Bathina, a Parsi who was to be a lifelong friend. He passed his MA exam in June 1915, majoring in economics, and other subjects of sociology, history, philosophy and anthropology. He presented a thesis, Ancient Indian Commerce. Ambedkar was influenced by John Dewey and his work on democracy. In 1916, he completed his second master's thesis, National Dividend of India, a historic and analytical study, for a second MA. On May 9, he presented the paper Castes in India, Their Mechanism, Genesis and Development before a seminar conducted by the anthropologist Alexander Goldenweiser. Ambedkar received his Ph.D. degree in economics at Columbia in 1927. In October 1916, he enrolled for the bar course at Gray's Inn, and at the same time enrolled at the London School of Economics, where he started working on a doctoral thesis. In June 1917, he returned to India because his scholarship from Baroda ended. His book collection was dispatched on a different ship from the one he was on, and that ship was torpedoed and sunk by a German submarine. He got permission to return to London to submit his thesis within 4 years. He returned at the first opportunity, and completed a master's degree in 1921. His thesis was on the problem of the rupee, its origin and its solution. In 1923, he completed a D.Sc. in economics, which was awarded from University of London, and the same year he was called to the bar by Gray's Inn. Opposition to untouchability. As Ambedkar was educated by the princely state of Baroda, he was bound to serve it. He was appointed military secretary to the Gaikwad but had to quit in a short time. He described the incident in his autobiography, Waiting for a Visa. Thereafter, he tried to find ways to make a living for his growing family. He worked as a private tutor, as an accountant, and established an investment consulting business, but it failed when his clients learned that he was an untouchable. In 1918, he became professor of political economy in the Sydenham College of Commerce and Economics in Mumbai. Although he was successful with the students, other professors objected to his sharing a drinking water jug with them. Ambedkar went on to work as a legal professional. In 1926, he successfully defended 3 non-Brahmin leaders who had accused the Brahmin community of ruining India and were then subsequently sued for libel. Dhananjay Kir notes, the victory was resounding, both socially and individually, for the clients and the doctor. While practicing law in the Bombay High Court, he tried to promote education to untouchables and uplift them. His first organized attempt was his establishment of the central institution Bahishkrit Hitakarini Sabha, intended to promote education and socio-economic improvement, as well as the welfare of outcasts, at the time referred to as depressed classes. 30. For the defense of Dalit rights, he started many periodicals like Muk Nayak, Bahishkrit Bharat, and Equality Janta. He was appointed to the Bombay Presidency Committee to work with the All-European Simon Commission in 1925. 32. This commission had sparked great protests across India, and while its report was ignored by most Indians, Ambedkar himself wrote a separate set of recommendations for the future Constitution of India. In 1930, Ambedkar launched the Kalaram Temple movement after 3 months of preparation. About 15,000 volunteers assembled at Kalaram Temple Satyagraha, making one of the greatest processions of Nashik. The procession was headed by a military band and a batch of scouts. Women and men walked with discipline, order and determination to see the god for the first time. When they reached the gates were closed by Brahmin authorities. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe the channel.